It's in front of me so that good morning, everybody. Today's VBON is on the 25th of October. We have Andrew Dobbin talking about the challenges of publishing a book within 7 days. I'd love to hear a lot more about it, so I'm going to hand it over to Andrew. And Andrew, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Amit. So the first question really I have for you today is how many people have wanted to write a book or have been advised to write a book? So we've got let me just see, I'm just trying to keep an eye. So, okay, excellent. How many people actually have written a book? Okay, there. Look. So why am I speaking this today? The reason why I ended up starting to think about this here, again, I've been advised to write a book, and I've never done it. It's one of those things you think that's a major challenge. It's a big mountain to climb. And so whenever I seen something popped up on social media, it was around the idea of writing a book. So how many books do you think are actually written? You can jump in on this. How many books do you think are published on Amazon per day?
1,000.
Well, this is one thing I took off the internet. So 7,500 Kindle ebooks are published daily. So whenever you think sometimes, oh, I'm really going to put a book on Kindle, I'm going to make a fortune of money. The reality is you put something in and you're among 700 or 7,500 books. So why would you want to write a book? This is where you all jump in and tell me, why would you write a book or want to write a book?
For yourself.
For yourself? Okay, excellent.
You might have
you're in it for the wrong thing, I think.
You might have had a life experience that you want to write about, get it out of your system and share with other people, like the traps and pitfalls,
Okay, excellent.
I want to write a book, How to Protect Democracies from Idiots.
Yeah, I don't know if the book would do that.
Too late. Well, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, what else? Who else? Nobody.
You just get an idea in your head and it runs around in your head forever, and you just decide to put it into a story and begins to work. Never published it though.
These are some of the reasons that other people have told me. For me, it was a challenge. Okay, can you publish a book in 7 days? Some people it's for expert status. Other people it's just about sharing knowledge. And it could be your take on the world. And that's important because no matter what book you write, there's nothing new under the sun, really. A lot of books are about things that have really been written about so many times, but it's your take on it. It could be a good business card, or for some people, it is about making money and doing that. So the challenge I took was about publishing a book in 7 days. It wasn't really about the writing of the book, okay? It wasn't really about how good the content would be, but it was the process. And what the guy was explaining was the process of starting from scratch and taking you through that bit where you push the button, you publish it, and then how could you make a few pounds on it after? That was basically the publishing challenge. So I'm going to give you the 7 days really today, and it's very, very simple. But again, if you want to jump in, if you've got a question during this, it's going to be a short presentation, then feel free to do that. The first day was to set up Amazon KDP account. How many people have got a KDP account? Some people have written a book yet. So they got that, very simple. The other thing was to open a Canva account, and that was to do with the mock-up of the book cover, that type of thing. And the other thing was a Readsy account. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Readsy, but Readsy really is about formatting the material. So at one time I wanted to format some material. I gave it to somebody in Fiverr. They did an e-publication, where Readsy, they will deliver it to you in PDF, print-ready PDF, and they also do an e-publication, so you can upload that straight into Kindle. So that was the first day, very simple. Second day was about choosing the topic. So whether the guy who's doing the thing, he was doing his about Hawaii, a tourist guide for Hawaii. And whenever I came to the book title, I had been, to make my life simple, and I hadn't got a lot of time that week, I thought I would use material I've been using for our young people in church, and that was how I used it, as opposed to a business title at that time. So we worked through how to come up with a book title, and then from that we were to create a book cover for free in Canva. So if you click on that QR code, that will just take you to some of the book covers that are in Canva, for instance. But they're all there. All you have to do is to edit them and that type of thing. So that was a very simple. So day one was quite simple. Day two was quite easy too in that sense, just to work your way through it. Day three was about writing the book outline. And the idea here would be come up with your different chapters you might think were useful, then writing anywhere between 200 to 1,000 words. Now, the aim of this book was to write a small book, if you like to call it that, of maybe 5,000 words. It was nothing more than that. It was a simplistic, small book that you could put on Kindle and do in paperback. The other one, the 1010 format, is something which I took from somebody else, actually. So the idea is if you've got a title of a book, and then you want to look at the branches of that, you've got the foundation, you've got the trunk of the tree and all that, and then the branches would be your 10 chapters. So 10 different things about the subject that you've got. And then from that, you would have 10 tips as such for each of those, and then you'd build those 10 tips into your chapter. That was one of the other ideas, to simplify it for a tips type booklet, for something that could be used for business, that type of thing. Day four was to write until about halfway point in the book. And the idea there was just to write, it wasn't to edit it, just to write it. Just write the whole time and just focus on that. What I had done on mine, because it was lack of time, I had done some speaking and it had been recorded, and I took the recording, put it through Otter, turned into a transcript, and then I went through the transcript and edited and updated it as I went. And that sort of helped me, to be honest with you. So that was one of the things I did just to save me time at that. Day five, again, finish off writing your book. So you can see it's not, you are looking here about writing 2,500 words each day. So again, if you're focused on it, it's not really a lot of time. Day six was about proofreading, coming up with a book description. Then it was taking the material that you had, formatting it in Readsy. Readsy will put you in, give you your, you'll be able to put in all your chapter titles, be able to put in your preface to it, all these different elements, and build a book on Readsy that you're able then to do that. And then at this point was to upload and publish your ebook and paperback book. And then again, you can create your paperback. You can use Amazon. KDP has a whole facility there for doing that as well. Day seven, just a wee bit about the book description. This was a very simple way they had of coming up with the book description, the headline, sort of how to get people interested in it, bullet points, that type of thing. But what I actually did for me, I took the manuscript of the book, put it into ChatGPT, and asked ChatGPT to come up with a book description using this format. And they produced the book description, which then you can go over and double check. So some of these things are something, you can have these slides, they're just simple things that are in them, if you want them. And then day seven was about making money. And making money for them was very simple. It was about posting on Facebook, Instagram, sharing with friends and family, and aiming to get them just to buy some of your book and to see money coming into your KDP account. And that was very simple from day one to day seven. I'm afraid I didn't make it. It took me to day 9 actually to do it because I took the weekend off, I think, at the time. So anyhow, this was the book that we published on Kindle. This was the first one, the 6 Pillars of Servant Leadership. And I didn't really do this to make money on it, to be honest with you. I did it purely for the young people. That's the book there. And you can see there's only 30 odd pages in it actually. So that's all it is. Very simple book. And but again, it was useful for them and give it to them. I also had done another book, which was originally called The 7 Steps to Master Networking. I had done this before in Kindle, before I did this challenge actually. But as a result of the challenge, I went back, changed the cover, changed the name slightly, and I'm able to use that in some of the stuff I'm doing from a business point of view. So what's next for me? I realized that even though you do a 7-day challenge and you can write a book in 7 days and all the rest of it, there has to be something more to that. So I've actually signed up to a book writing course. It's involved in them. And so the 4 things they're covering in this course, a 5-month course: manuscripting, making of the book, the marketing of the book, and the money making in the book process. So that's the 4 things we're covering on that. So that's an interesting journey so far. So the 7-day thing really challenge was to get you hooked in to buy something better with that company. This book writing course, I went to somebody who I know, like, and trust from England, actually. So there you are. Any questions? Quick run through.
Andrew, thank you for that.